Hello everybody, welcome back, and we have a bonus video for you today. So we are going to have a little fun. And this is something that you can do that is very simple, very easy. You can enter a piece of your art into a show that will be sold to make some money for a gallery that's in New York. Sounds really weird and cool at the same time. So it is called the 6x6 by 2020, and Arts of South Dakota promotes this for the Rochester Museum as well. And all you're going to do, you're going to get a piece of paper that is 6 inches by 6 inches, which would be this size, and you can use any medium you want. No glitter, sorry. I know that there's some of us in this room that love glitter, but they don't want glitter because glitter never goes away. And it is a fundraiser, so whatever money, whatever proceeds your piece makes for the gallery goes to help out that gallery. And it's called Rochester Contemporary Art Center, and it is in New York. What you'll need to do, and we'll put the links down below, but there's a artwork entry form for this. So by filling out your name and they're going to give it a number, it's going to go on the back of the sheet, so it needs to go with it. And where you learned about it, there's a lot of information here. However, this will be filled out. It needs to be turned in by the 11th, postmarked by April 11th, postmarked no later than the 10th. But I'm going to give you guys an option. You can bring it to the lobby that we have open at Vermillion Public Library, and you could lay it there with you. Make sure that your form is attached to it, and I will get them all together and send them on April 9th. Before noon is kind of what I'm going with, but yeah, that would be an easy way. Then you don't have to worry about sending it. So when you're making your wonderful piece of art, I'm going to show you what I did with mine today. And you can do anything. That's the fun thing. This could be crayon, it could be abstract, it could be anything. I'll tell you, kid stuff is the best ever. So this is just a piece of watercolor paper. I cut it. It's 6x6. I took some acrylic with this. Now remember, acrylic is what doesn't wash out of your clothes, so you got to be careful with it. And this is a process of kind of like aging that I did here. Kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Kind of a rustic look to it. But what I did was I put on a light, and I did a monochromatic scale here, you can tell, because I've got just blues. So I went in and I mixed a little blue acrylic with a lot of white, and I put it on the whole thing. I waited for it to dry, totally dry, and then I took some Vaseline. Weird. This is a really fun one. You're going to take Vaseline and you're going to smear it in certain areas that you want to see it again later. So you've got the Vaseline on there. Then you're going to go back in and you're going to paint again. Add another color on top of that. I add a medium blue, so I added a little blue and I added some more white to it, and I painted over the entire thing. And the thing with the Vaseline, it doesn't like paint, it doesn't like water, it's kind of resistant, so it'll kind of bubble up as it dries. And then you're going to take a paper towel and then you're going to rub over the whole thing, and wherever you had that Vaseline, it's going to peel back, which is what I did here. So then I did it again. I did it 3 times. There's 3 different values here, 3 different hues of blues. So then I went in again after that last layer and put on my Vaseline, and then I went over and put the blue. And I don't think I used any white with that one. That's my medium value of blue. Painted over the entire thing, and then I waited for it to dry. And usually you could use a hair dryer if you're in a big hurry, and otherwise it's probably like a 3-minute wait for it to dry. And then I rubbed it off, and then all of the pretty color came with it. So I'm not finished with this piece yet. I'm going to add a little bit more to it, and I'm going to show you another thing that I did. I've got these stencils, and I'm all about birds. That's a lot of the artwork that I do, at least lately, has been with birds' nests and birds' eggs and birds. So I'm going to use this stencil, and I also have some Blick. This is a fun modeling paste. And with the modeling paste, it'll end up drying. Oh, and I bet I didn't get my card out. Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, I didn't have to go far. So, I have an old credit card, and this is what I use to spread this. So I'm going to dip in, and I've got some of the paste on here. I'm going to lay my stencil anywhere on top of here that I want it to be. I'm going to put my bird towards the bottom, and then, oops, some of that is kind of hard. And then I'm going to just scrape. So I'm dragging that all across the stencil where the bird is. And this is white. There's ways that you can add color to it so that you would have a little color. And then I'm going to pull it all through as nice as I can. It's kind of pulling up on me. And then I take my stencil up. Ta-da. It's smeared a little bit, but I've got my bird on here. It's not even, but I didn't really want it totally even. I can leave it white. I can go back later and I can add more to it. I am not finished with this piece. This is going to be called a mixed media piece because I'm using multiple medium when I do this. I'm going to go back in with some papers that have some color, maybe some texture, and I'm going to glue them down. So it's mixed media. It's kind of a collage. I want you to experiment with something different, maybe things that you haven't used before. And it doesn't have to be anything that you can actually totally relate to and say, oh yeah, look, it's a bird, like mine is. It doesn't have to be that way. I want you to make whatever you want. And if you're interested in helping with the Rochester Contemporary, they also call it RoCo. So Rochester Contemporary Art Center in New York, Rochester, New York. We can send them to them, and it could be a wonderful fundraiser. It's kind of nice to give to other places. I don't know that South Dakota does the 6x6, and if they do, I probably need to check into that a little more. But this one is coming up, and it's coming up soon, and it'd just be fun for you to do something different. So this was my bonus video today. If you are interested, we'll have comments below, and you can fill out the form so that you have your name on it. And the auction is actually live, and it's not until June. And when the auction goes, there are people that I'm sure it'll all be online. You can go through and scroll and see your own art that's there. And they fill their walls with the beautiful, and they're all 6x6. That's the fun part. It's small and it's perfect. So if you're interested in doing something for me, that would be awesome. I want you to stay well and have a lovely day. Thanks for joining me today.